you Western New York subscribers, you know, for, you know, lots of New Yorkers, but yeah. As you can tell, I got my Sabre stuff on because Schedule Release, but also I got my Bonnie socks. It's my hometown college D1 college basketball team. I also got the Bills shorts in honor of the Buffalo Bills too. So I got all three of my favorite Western New York teams in there to honor this. This is a great area of sports, you know. So it's awesome. But happy 716 Day, Western New Yorkers who are subscribers here. So seriously. But all right, let's get into what happened last week. I did my picks on WWE. So before we get into our NHL schedule, we'll recap from last week and all of that. So yeah, let's start off with Saturday night's main event. It started the night. Of course, the big thing reason why it was Goldberg's last match. The biggest thing about Saturday night's main event. Of course, she also had a serious injury we'll talk about a little bit too that happened at the pay-per-view. So a lot happened over the weekend in the WWE world. Randy Orton beat Drew McIntyre. I got that right. It was a good start. Of course, you know, there was chaos after the match. Jelly Roll beat up Logan Paul again and gets Claymore kicked by Drew McIntyre. So now this will set up a match between those four in a tag team match at SummerSlam. But yeah, so Randy Orton's the winner. Of course, this match I forgot about. The United States Championship match was sold Jimmy Uso the United States Championship. Now let's get to the serious injury match. Like, this is the one I picked. I had Seth Rollins winning, but Rollins got injured his knee off a high risk maneuver from the top rope, like a moonsault. So it was originally Rollins supposed to win that, but they decided, you know, Russell had a pin. They decided to get pinned by LA Knight, so just to end the match and get medical attention right away. So, but yeah, one, not a good start now. Prayers up to Seth Rollins. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. It don't look as serious now as I originally thought it was, but yeah, so Rollins will be out for at least 4 months, maybe longer, but hope for the best for him. And of course, the last entrance with his former security guard from WCW, his son too. It was a cool entrance for this last match. I thought Goldberg was going to win, but he accidentally speared the referee. He goes down. And they get another referee, but Gunther took advantage, made Goldberg tap out. He is still your World Heavyweight Championship. So I went 1-2 in Saturday night's main event. Not a good start. But now, let's get into WWE Evolution, the all-women's pay-per-view. So, I mean, it was an all-divas pay-per-view. It started with Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria and, you know, Bayley. So it was a triple threat match. It was a 5-star match. Just a great match, you know, for an all-divas pay-per-view. Good way to start off the night. Becky Lynch found a way to win it. Not a good start. Kai had Lyra Valkyria winning that match, so not a good start. Then JC Jane retained her NXT Women's Championship. She beat Jordynne Grace fair and square, and I got that pick with. So I'm 1-1 in the Sunday pay-per-view. Then I got my tag team fatal four tag team match wrong. I took the Kabuki Warriors, but Judgment Day retains their tag team title. So Roxanne's been a good replacement so far. Congrats to them. I'll give her props, but just like land, but still another good match there. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. It was like under 10-minute match. Tiffany Stratton won, like I figured. So. All right, so I'm 2-2 at that point. Jade Cargill won the no holds barred like I predicted, and she beat Naomi. Stephanie Vakir won the Battle Royal, so I lost that one. I took Nikki Bella. How you doing, Brittany Daniel? How was your Wednesday? Thank you for tuning in to Instigator Mick on this Wednesday night. And then finally the main event. It was Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. What a classic main event in the women's pay-per-view. What a class between those two athletes. I thought for sure Rhea Ripley was going to finally get over her demons and finally beat Io Sky in a championship match. Finally win a match over her. But no, so this was a huge surprise. Naomi came out of nowhere and cashed in her Money in the Bank, women's Money in the Bank briefcase. My day's going good, actually. It is a little bit muggy, but I mean, I'm having fun. You know, talking sports, talking WWE. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I appreciate that. But Naomi cashed in. She is now your new women's world champion. That was a great plot twist to end the pay-per-view. So I mean, wow. Give props to them for putting this all women's pay-per-view together. Give props to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Give props to them, the creation team. What a pay-per-view. I had to finish with a losing record in both of them. I think I had 3-4. 3-5. Yeah, not a good start in WB. But now let's get into our topic of the night. The NHL schedule just came out today, not a little over 9 hours ago. So, oh man, I'm excited to talk about hockey. I mean, of course, my Sabres are my number one favorite team, but the Vancouver Canucks are my second favorite team. So, I'll talk about those two teams. So, I mean, of course, I'm from Western New York. I'm a big Sabres fan. I go to a lot of hockey games, pretty much, every season. This is the most I went to this past season. I went to like 9. So even if they haven't made the playoffs in over like 14 years, it's been, yeah, I still love my Sabres. They're still my team, through all this. Man, I mean, this is a great day for sure. My Buffalo Sabres, I know, kick off the season. Opening night against the New York Rangers at home. The Canucks, they kick off their home opener against the Calgary Flames. So, whew. Both. This could be a good start. Both playing the same night, but it's different times at least. But yeah, so I'm happy about that. That's a good way to start the year for both these squads. Both getting. Of course, they're just both came from the 1970s. So yeah, let's talk about the Vancouver Canucks schedule first, and save my Buffalo Sabres for last. Save the best for last. They start the year with the Calgary Flames at home, and then they head to Edmonton to play them 2 nights later. Then they play the Blues. Then they head to Dallas. Then they head to Chicago. They got a road trip, and then at Washington, and of course, then at Pittsburgh. Then at Nashville, and Montreal. They host on in the 25th of October. The Oilers again, their second meeting. Then they got the New York Rangers. That'll be a good matchup because the Canucks have beaten them, but still, like, New York Rangers, a very historic, franchise. Original 6 in the NHL. Always a treat to see that. Then at St. Louis to finish off October. Then November, Minnesota, Nashville on the road, both on the road. Then they come back home after a road trip, play the Chicago Blackhawks. And they got the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they got the Avalanche, they got the Winnipeg Jets, and at the Carolina Hurricanes. How you doing, Jax? Thanks for tuning in on this Wednesday night. I'm having a pretty good day, because the hockey schedule came out, but also, just a beautiful day, weather-wise. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Seriously. And at the Carolina Hurricanes, another East Coast trip, and then at Tampa Bay, and at Florida. And they come back home facing the Dallas Stars, and then I appreciate it, Jack. Thank you for being a subscriber to Instigator Mick. I appreciate the support. And the Calgary Flames, and then at Anaheim. That's the California trip, and then of course ends in Colorado. The Kings, Sharks, and Ducks, and then of course at Colorado, and then Utah Mammoth. The Minnesota Wild, then the Detroit Red Wings. Of course, it's my Buffalo Sabres in Vancouver, but that's a tough one. I always root for my Sabres more than the Canucks, obviously. Hell yeah! another NHL fan joining this show. I love it. So it's a tricky one because Sabres are my number one favorite team. The Canucks are my second favorite. But it's a win-win kind of, but not really because I'm more of a Sabres fan. I root for the Canucks because, I don't know, because they both came together in the 1970 together. Canucks are like the Western Canada version of the Sabres, just cursed. Dallas Stars all the way. That's absolutely, they are a powerhouse team. They're definitely a Stanley Cup contender for sure. Especially with Jake Ottinger, Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz. They got some dogs over there in Dallas. And I think they're up there for sure to win the Stanley Cup this year for sure. If they can get past Edmonton, I feel like they could very well do it. If they get past Edmonton, they could very well win the Stanley Cup. So then they go to New Jersey, then they go to New York, then at Long Island, at Boston. Of course, there's certain games play the Golden Knights, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk about all of it because it's such a long score, it's a long schedule. But it's just, I'm looking forward to the Canucks, but I'm looking forward to. Let's talk about more of my Buffalo Sabres. That's the one I'm gonna talk about the whole schedule, but looking forward to the Canucks. But let's talk about the Buffalo Sabres. They kick off the season with the New York Rangers. The last time these two played and Sabres played them in a home opener, they got smacked a couple years ago. This is when they had high expectations, come up 1 point shy, missing the playoffs in 22-23 season. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And they head to Boston right away, road game. But of course, the last time the Sabres played the Rangers we put up 5 goals in the first period and ended up scoring 8 goals till we dominated the New York Rangers, like 8-2 or 8-3. We dominated them. Sabres at least took 2 out of 3 from them. And both of them were blowout wins. I mean, the problem is they play good against these good teams, but they struggle against the bad teams. It's tough being a Sabres fan, I'll tell you. The last 14 years, missing the playoffs, but they're still my team. I go to their games still. They're still my team. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And of course, the Colorado Avalanche, that'll be an afternoon game at home on Columbus Day. Then they got the Ottawa Senators at home. Sabres took 3 out of 4 from the set, actually all 4 games. They swept the Ottawa Senators all 4 games. So Sabres had Ottawa's number. Then they got the Panthers at home on a Saturday afternoon game on the 18th of October. Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. That'll be a tough one. But Sabres can they hang with them. They did beat them in October a year ago. So then they play at Montreal. They swept us in all 4 games last year. So we got to get some redemption on the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, they just came out making the playoffs. Montreal is a good team. They got a good young group over there. And at Detroit, we took 1 from them, and that was it, I think. We lost 3 out of 4 to them this year. I mean, close games, but and then they play Toronto back-to-back games, Friday and Saturday. Friday at home on the 24th, and then Saturday in Toronto. So they got to play back-to-back nights against the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's tough because they swept us too. But then Columbus, we should beat them. We've beaten them at least 1 time this year. We beat them once this year, but still, they're a young rising group. Despite losing Johnny Gaudreau in the offseason to a tragedy, I miss Johnny. Prayers up still to them. Still a year later, it's still a crazy thing about it. But yeah, that'll be on Frozen Frenzy night, 6:45. Where all 32 teams are in action the same night. Then at Boston, I think we could win that too because Boston, tough, rough year, but we'll see. But Sabres won 3 out of 4 of them, like you said. The Capitals, we took 2 out of 3 from them. Capitals had a historic season with Ovechkin, but last time the Capitals came to Buffalo, me and my brother were at that game. We beat the Capitals in a shootout. So that was a good squad we beat. But there's the most anticipated game, the J.J. Peterka return game. He returns to Buffalo after getting traded by that stupid son of a bitch GM, Kevin Adams. Such a joke to this franchise. He should not be in charge. If we have another down year, I'd say get his ass out of the job. Fire him. This guy has got to go. So J.J. Peterka got traded. It'll be interesting how that game goes. And you got St. Louis Blues, then at the Hurricanes, then play at Utah again. Then at Colorado, then at Detroit, then we host Edmonton and Calgary at home. Then the Chicago Blackhawks, then Carolina Hurricanes, and then Thanksgiving week. This is a big one for me. Reason why? Because Bills play the Steelers that same week. So I'm hoping for a Buffalo clean sweep of the Steel City in their home territory, baby. Sabres going to beat the Penguins the night before Thanksgiving, and the Bills are going to kick the shit out of Aaron Rodgers. We're going to send both Crosby and Rodgers to their retirement homes. Get those old fucks out of this league. Seriously. Then the New Jersey Devils the day after Thanksgiving. Then at Minnesota. Then Winnipeg. I was gonna say all of this is too much, but yeah, I might come to. Of course, they got the Olympic break, but we start up March. Very big March. They got the Golden Knights at home. Then at Pittsburgh, which I might be going to because I got a buddy that's kind of a not that much of a Sabres fan. He is a Sabres fan, but doesn't follow hockey as much like I do. But I will definitely make a trip to Pittsburgh. I want to see Crosby versus, the Sabres. I want to see it again. Then the Predators, of course. You got the Golden Knights on St. Paddy's Day. Fuck Jack Eichel. That's SOB. We also got the Maple Leafs again, but we end the season with the Dallas Stars at home. That'll be our Free and Appreciation Night game. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm hoping we have a better turnout than last year, but hoping we get Lindy Ruff in the playoffs. But yeah, best luck to every team in the NHL this upcoming season. We'll talk more hockey when October hits. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend. Also, happy 716 Day to you Western New Yorkers. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you all next week when I talk about the new Happy Gilmore movie and the South Park new season. So I'll